This is a big day for a lot of reasons. Not only am I in the slip and feeling good and got the outboard running, but I'm getting crew today. And not just any crew. Sarah, my girlfriend's father, is coming down, and that's gonna be great. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better crew. Where is he? Yeah, he's got the time, he's got the know-how, and he's able to come down. I mean, it's huge. It's a huge help. I feel like I'm playing a game of hide and seek or something. Is that him? No, that's someone walking their dog. There's an old lady. There's gotta be one guy with a beard like that and bags.
He said parking for R through V.
Oh yeah.
And I thought, okay, well, he must be the other way. So I walked down that way.
Oh yeah, I got it. I mean, come on, you've been traveling. Like, let me just, you know, the least I can do. Beautiful day in Southern California.
Sun, right?
I know. What the heck? Yeah. How was the flight down?
Cramped. It was a full flat of sardines.
Yeah. Well, that's the price was right, I'm sure.
But it took off and it landed.
There you go. Yeah.
So I think that's pretty good.
Not in Valhalla yet. All right, here she is in all her glory. I took down the solar panels.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Yeah.
We got a new one coming on Thursday.
Gotcha.
In which case we're probably gonna have to stay Friday to put it on. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's get the 2-bit tour, man.
Do what we need to do.
Yeah. I will say the lifelines are not great. Like, it's kind of just for, like, you can see they've been banged up.
Yeah.
And so they're tender. Getting on and off the boat, I'll grab onto these guys. The Galley.
The Galley, absolutely. This is where all magic happens, right?
This is my, yeah, right. The peanut butter and jellies that just flow like water. Oh. My favorite feature of the Galley is that the sink is not connected at all. So it's got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but that's okay. But I do have some 5200. We could potentially just like seal that down at some point.
Yeah, just
so
move that sucker down.
Yeah.
Put some heavy weight on top.
I know, that was kind of the other thing because it's a little bit bowed.
Yeah. The
stove works.
Yeah.
So that's good. I have one pot / pan as I was describing.
Right.
It's not a pot, it's not a pan, it's both. The refrigerator works and we can totally plug it in like while we're locked in. Right. Cold plate works. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, Governor.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, great to have you. I mean, it's a good day.
Thanks, Cam.
It's a really good day. So, I don't know, it's cold.
It's cold.
And wet.
With the tour out of the way, it was time to dive into the actual to-do list while we're at the dock.
Put my stuff away and make sure there's room for Jamey. I went ahead and crossed that off.
Crossed off.
Crossed off. Okay, very good.
All right, good.
Take down solar panels. I did that yesterday.
There we go.
Look at this. We're just getting so much done here. Secure propane tank. That does need to happen. We did talk about that. Jack lines. That's a part that is at my friend's house, Hannah's house. I'm not sure if they need to go directly into the cockpit, but maybe to these back cleats and all the way to the front of the boat or something. Yeah, we'll figure that out. And what life jacket did you bring?
I did.
Okay, well we should go to West Marine today.
Okay.
You know,
in Asheville, there's
not a lot of West Marines.
Not a lot of West Marines.
Raw water rebuild kit. That's also at Hannah's, and that's what the bearing pullers are for. I think like grocery shop. I don't know how you want to approach that, but
Randy made a suggestion about some of these dry meals she said that she really liked.
Oh yeah,
and
like
so anyway, I brought 6 or 8 of them.
Yeah, that's super easy in a pinch too.
Yeah.
I think like I have like some canned tuna, some canned soups. They're really high in sodium, which is kind of a bummer, but obviously peanut butter and jelly, some Cliff Bars. I think some eggs would be nice. Could even hard boil them, and then it's not like messy, and that's really easy to do. Right. Just kind of easy foods. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll go through that. Fresh fruits and stuff. I have this like basket. The only thing in there right now is an orange, but we can add to that.
We don't want to end up with scurvy, right?
No scurvy on this boat. Yeah, definitely not.
The next morning, we decided to divide and conquer. I hopped on a bus and headed deep into the sprawl of LA to meet up with Hannah and Albert and pick up the kit that I shipped to them. Meanwhile, Jamey stayed back at the boat, organized his gear, and started chipping away at our pre-departure to-do list. Upon my return, I was armed with new solar panel and mounting brackets to get us charging again. This mounting bracket was super easy to put together and very sturdy.
Looks good to me.
I'll leave a link in the video description if you're interested in checking it out.
Cool.
It took a little bit of fiddling around to discover the best place to mount these brackets to the panel, but once we sorted that, it was relatively smooth sailing to put it all together. We were going to attach this new bracket and panel setup to the davits on the back of the boat, but to do that, we were going to use U-bolts that required a slightly larger hole than what was standard, but after enlarging them, worked just fine.
I always think like we can get some tubing, just so it has something to
rubber gasket or something.
Yeah, or even just several wraps of some kind of tape. Okay, coming in hot here. So we can just kind of slide it, push it up to right where the X's are. I'm dancing. We be dancing. Cooking with gas here. Perfect. Oh man. There you go. Okay. Beautiful. Heck yeah.
Shoot, right.
That's a bad noise. That's a bad noise. Okay. Okay. Oh, we got like a little window. You can see how crooked it is. Oh God, it pains me.
Well, but this ain't crooked. This is crooked.
Yeah, true. All right.
And up. High five.
Yeah. Nice.
Good job.
I think it looks a whole lot better than what was there.
It really is incredible to go from this to this. So much cleaner.
Okay.
Now it's time to set up the jack lines. Jack lines run from the stern all the way up to the bow on either side of the boat. This allows sailors to clip into them with their harness and tether and safely move around on the boat while changing sails or doing XYZ thing without the fear of falling over and never being connected to the boat. You can think of it as a little bit of an insurance policy.
Okay. Voila. I wonder if we just burn this edge. Do I look cool?
You look cool.
I'm measuring 5 feet-ish.
And we're using the same webbing for the tethers.
That's small. They bone it in one tie. Okay. Nice.
too loose. Yeah, I'll have to tighten that up probably.
Our list was getting shorter and shorter.
You know,
Yeah.
just for minutes on end.
It's not, it doesn't have the same. Oh, that's the one.
It's because that's metal to metal to metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get back to work.
Grocery shop. Get rid of solar panels. That's a big maybe. Front nav light, lube winches, seal windows outside, build anchor snubber, secure propane tank. Boom. So I think, yeah, the winches, snubber. Yeah, we're getting down here. Okay. Okay.
There was a fair bit of corrosion on these winches, so it felt really good to take them all apart, get a fresh coat of grease on them. When you're working this much, time really does fly. And before we knew it, we were at the end of our time in Long Beach, and it was time to go shopping to start heading north.
No, I think we got it. Oh!
Yeah, that's gonna throw your gate off.
No, this is perfect. All right, we're gearing up to get out of here, and just notice that these 5mm 100 pack of gloves that I bought in Oceanside are empty other than a pair. I used a lot of gloves getting this far. And you know, we're probably gonna need a couple more, so I'm gonna hang on to these gloves in case we need them.
With the last bit of sunlight, we started cleaning up the cabin and generally getting ready for the following day, where we'd leave the dock and head north. We had spent way more time in Long Beach than I originally anticipated, but we got a lot done, and in that time, a crew had been formed.